Introduction was just given. Yes, I graduated right after my graduation from government college. I did my MBA. I joined LUMS for 2 years, and then the journey kept on, going. Uh, there are many things which become one of your setback at times, and I would here especially ask and request my students that whatever setback that you have in your life, don't consider it to be the end of whatever you're doing. It is very important for us to keep on going. I don't know about technical education and everything. I know about this when I was in Harvard. My PhD is a dual PhD. It was from FAST, and partially I went to Harvard and UCLA to complete it. So I was shocked there even to see that the number of women in technical education was less as compared to men. For example, in Harvard at that point in time, if the class was of 50 of engineering, then only 4 or 5 female candidates were found there. Similarly, here in UAT, this is what I see. If you compare the ratio with men and women, the ratio is quite less, especially electrical engineering WPs. But I want to say one thing to all the females, and at least the students or people who are hearing me right now. Don't consider these points to consider them the end of the world. Keep on going. This is what happened with me as well. I was in Oxford to complete my PhD, to complete my master's program. It was MSc in mathematical finance, and my parents called me back and they told me that you need to get married and you can pursue it afterwards if you want to. And due to certain reasons, I could not pursue it. However, it was Oxford, and I always had this thing or hinge in mind that I was not able to complete it from there. But yet again, I never thought it is going to be the end. I knew I have to go on. And I had to do everything else as well, just like every female does. But when you start complaining about those things, you start thinking that why is it happening to me only? And I am the person who is going to suffer about it. You start lagging behind. Take all of these things as your challenge. I mean, one challenge is that Dr. Aksa has explained. These are the challenges which you face, and this is what the society is that we are going to live in. Take rest, everything as your challenge as well. For example, if you have to go from work to home and you have to cook, consider it as your challenge. Start enjoying what you're doing. This is what I do. For example, if I'm a total housewife, I have 3 children, I'm a total housewife at home. So, I don't consider it to be a burden on myself. I think that, I have to do it myself, I am going to manage it myself as well. I stopped complaining. I stopped thinking about it, that, why I have to do it and why my husband is not doing it. When you start considering that is something that you have to do, it becomes more enjoyable as well. When you stop complaining and you start enjoying whatever you do. This is what we are here for, to talk about, that how and why women empowerment is important. Definition, and the science defines that women needs to be empowered so that they can be culturally more open, and they can give more back to the society. Like Dr. Aksa said that you men even owe much of their things to their mothers. I agree with that. But on the contrary, there are many other things. This is what women empowerment. Not only you should be strong, but you should be mentally strong as well. You should take everything up as a challenge and try to cope up. Looking at my past, what I've gone through, I had work-life balance. Sometimes it was shaky, and sometimes I myself was, not in a very position that I can go ahead.